Hello and welcome to another Subaru off-road adventure. Today we are starting on the Aberfeldy Walhalla Road, situated in the beautiful Victorian high country. Today we're going to do a bit of exploring along the Donnelly Creek and Toombon historic Goldfields area. And we're going to do some walks and have a look at some of the historic artifacts out and about, as well as some of the huts and campgrounds that can be explored in this area. The driving today won't be overall very technical, but hopefully you enjoy some of the sights and indulge yourself in the history I'm going to take you through today. Before setting off, I'm going to take the time and air down the tyres. I went down to 25 psi, which will provide a smoother ride and increased traction. And of course, a bit of Subie and You podcast to complement this adventure.
You know what time it is. It's time for the Subie and You podcast. Welcome back, everybody. Another week, another episode. As you can see, I have Jack Forester.
The Junction Hut is a must-see. Situated high on the hill, overlooking the junction of the Aberfeldy River and Donnelly's Creek. Built in the 1930s by gold fossickers, the hut was unfortunately destroyed by wildfire in 2013 and rebuilt to its current form in 2015. The weatherproof interior offers an open fireplace, plenty of room to accommodate small groups, and of course the High Country Hut's logbook. Departing the junction, we travel onwards towards the historic Toombon township. Established in the early 1870s, Toombon was once a bustling mining town, now only identified by the large mullock heap and relics of the mining era. As you climb the mullock heap, you will find the chimney and ruins of the old mine manager's house and surrounding mining buildings. Reaching the top of the heap, a large chimney and other ruins are revealed at the site of the Toombon mine main shaft. The shaft, which is now capped, drops an impressive 185 metres or 607 feet, with the deepest part of the mine over 300 metres deep. It's hard to imagine that all that remains of the 200 odd houses that were established here is now this large hole and a few scraps of metal. The Toombon Historic Walk is well worth a look if you have the time. This walk takes you to the original battery site and other relics of the township. After exploring the Toombon township, it's time to head back on Donnelly's Creek and explore more of what this area has to offer. I stopped in at Jorgensen's hut for a quick lunch break, another example of a beautiful modern bush hut. Further along you'll find the O'Toole's campgrounds, which provide a great central location along Donnelly's Creek to set up a base camp and explore the surrounding area. While Donnelly's campground offers ample room for camping, the smaller Little O'Toole's right next door may provide a quieter location for smaller groups. For those seeking more challenging terrain, the steep hills surrounding the Donnelly's Creek provide some challenging forward driving with the likes of Army Track, Flats Track and S Track. My last walk for the day is the Morningstar and Crinoline Walk, which features the iconic Morningstar water wheel. Constructed in the early 1900s, the water wheel measures at 6 meters or 20 feet tall. The old crinoline boiler is also well worth a look. Back on the road again, and we passed the last of the huts along Donnelly's Creek. Lloyd's hut was occupied, so I didn't check in this time, as well as the old Store Point hut. Both of these huts are the original buildings, and the only two that survived the 2013 wildfires. Well, that's it for my tour of the Donnelly's Creek Goldfields. It's well worth a weekend trip with some fantastic campgrounds and huts to choose from. Keep in mind this area is very remote. With no phone signal in this area, the only way to communicate is via UHF radio. While the Donnelly's Creek Road is very easy to drive, the road is very narrow and there are some very steep drops on the side, so always take caution on this road. Also, with a rich mining history, stay on the tracks as there are mine shafts littering this forest throughout this area. Check out this hidden shaft I found right next to the roadside. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's time for me to air up and head on home. And I'll catch you in a future video.